MAGAs regret voting for Trump. You're a bunch of hateful, stupid idiots that deserve to lose your jobs and to deserve to be deported yourself.
Well, hell yeah, we're regretting our vote now. I mean, we didn't vote for Elon Musk. Did y'all even see that press conference in the Oval Office yesterday? I mean, what in the Brokeback Mountain was that? The press are completely ignoring him and directing all their questions towards Musk. And then what was up with his kid being there? I mean, what is this, my two dads? And the kid's just over there like picking his nose and wiping snot on the Resolute desk. Why would he let him do that? I've never seen such a submissive show from the President of the United States. I mean, come on. Here in Oklahoma, we like alpha males that take charge and stand up, not betas who sit there and let some South African guy dominate the entire press conference. Yeah, no, we are not happy one bit with this whole situation. I mean, frankly, it was embarrassing. Me and all my fellow Oklahomans were not impressed at all, and something needs to change because there is only one president of the United States, and it ain't Elon Musk.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Joy Report. In today's video, we're going to talk about how MAGAs ignored all the warning signs, voted for Trump, and are now all over social media regretting their vote despite knowing exactly who he was. And let's not pretend Trump was a mystery candidate. From the very beginning, he showed us who he was. The racism, the corruption, the incompetence, it was all right there. People warned that he would strip away rights, favor corporations over the working class, and run the country like one of his failing businesses. And yet, many white voters still backed him, not once, but twice. If this is the kind of content that you enjoy, please consider subscribing, liking and sharing so that YouTube may recommend it to a wider audience. And now, without further ado guys, let's go straight into this video. But first, let's watch a few clips on this matter and I'll come back with my commentary.
For Donald Trump.
I voted for Donald Trump and now I regret it.
A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that.
I regret voting for Trump.
So deeply regret my vote for Donald Trump.
I regret voting for Trump.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I mean, it's too late now. It's too late. And none of those people can say that they weren't informed on what was actually going to go on as far as policy, right? As far as, policy that was going to be enacted. They were all informed about it. They were all told about it. I mean, even the Project 2025 thing was in their fucking face. But they chose racism. They chose hatred. They chose bigotry over actual policy that would either... Basically, they chose the shit that didn't matter and really wasn't important over things that were really important, just like that farmer. And this is why I always talk about the undertones of things, the subliminals of things, the underbelly or the dog whistle words that they use that, like DEI, right? Prime example. They heard that, instantly thought black people are getting jobs over me, when DEI is the infrastructure or the ecosystem of equal opportunity and the Civil Rights Act. DEI is basically workplace environment. And it's not just for black fucking people. And it doesn't mean black hires. Like they have quotas and slots for black people. That's not what it was. Even men, even specifically white men, can benefit from DEI. Nursing and teaching are female dominated fields, right? It's not that in these hospitals or education departments will have hiring fairs in places that are male dominated in order to try to recruit qualified or interested male talent to that field. It's not saying, hey, we have 50 slots for these men. It's trying to recruit qualified people who are in a certain field. And if they pass those things and they are qualified, then that creates those people that you want into the pipeline. Lactation rooms in your office so women don't have to pop a fucking titty out in the middle of the workplace to goddamn pump. putting changing tables in male bathrooms because we were sick and tired of changing our kids because we take care of our kids too on the fucking dirty ass ground. Diversity, equity, inclusion, but we've explained these things over and over. But like I said, until it impacts your pockets, people don't give a fuck. And now you want to do a take back. It doesn't work that way because there are real life consequences. It's a game to them. It's a game to them because as they can do shit like this and it really, but it has real life implications. And black people have been dealing with this shit for decades. While they walk around bullshitting and that's why they never said the policy. Like it was always bigotry. It was always hatred. It was always that white flight and bringing back that pride and whiteness. Giving a fix to that white mediocrity. That's white survival. That's all that shit was. And if you get to asking them what they really voted for, you know what I'm saying? Based off their answers, 9 times out of 10, you'll hear that. You'll hear the undertones. They'll hide it behind the economy. Oh, I don't want gay and black books in my kids' school. Like, how is that hurting you? How is it really hurting you? But then you get situations like that farmer who voted against the very party that gave him the life-changing money that changed his family's life. He voted against that for what? He never says why he voted for Trump, though. I wonder why.
So let's talk about the people who are recently coming out saying, I regret my vote. I wish I never voted for Trump and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, what are we supposed to do with that? Okay, you regret your vote. What are you supposed to... Like, we can't do nothing with your regret. Like, honestly, I hope while y'all regretting, y'all are doing some reflection. You're looking in the mirror and actually having a hard conversation with yourselves. I hope a lot of y'all realize that a lot of y'all voted out of selfishness. Like, I really hope that y'all are sitting in the mirror and going, wow, I literally screwed myself over just because I did not want to share space with black and brown people. Wow, because of my vote, I literally threw away quality education for my children and millions of children that are in my country. Because of my vote, a billionaire who wasn't even voted in has access to all my information in the Treasury Department. Because of my vote, so many workers have been laid off. Because of my vote, all these health regulations that keep me and my family safe have been taken away. Wow, I really fucked up. Like, I really hope that y'all are doing that. And if y'all are doing that just from a selfish place, you regret it from a selfish standpoint, you're like, nobody cares because more than likely you'll do it again. So instead of sitting up there just saying, oh, I regret, also saying, oh, I need to do some reflection. I need to reflect on myself because I probably am, a bigot. I probably am a sexist. I probably am uneducated. I probably am indoctrinated to hold these hard right-wing values that really don't benefit me. I really hope that you guys are having this conversation with yourselves.
Now, you've seen many white Americans on the internet crying, but how could they forget when Trump made fun of a disabled reporter, when he called Mexicans, you know what? White Americans saw all this and still said, yeah, he's a guy. But now, some of those same people are crying about his policies hurting them. It's almost like actions have consequences. They effed around and are finding out. One of the biggest lies Trump told his base was that he was for the people. He claimed to be the voice of the working class, the savior of rural America. But let's be real, Trump is a billionaire who has never cared about struggling Americans. And now, those who believed he'd fight for them are learning the hard way. Trump's tax cuts benefited the ultra-rich while leaving middle-class and working-class families behind. Farmers suffering because of his disastrous trade wars and also funding cuts. Small businesses suffered during his first term while giant corporations raked in profits. And let's not forget the insurrection on January 6th, where many of his diehard supporters found themselves arrested and betrayed by the very man they thought had their back. Some of the loudest voices in the I regret voting for Trump club are white working class Americans who are now feeling the impact of his policies. Healthcare, he tried to rip it away, and many are now struggling with medical bills. Welfare benefits, he wanted to cut it. Wages, they're still stagnant. But what do people expect? Trump isn't about America, he's about Trump. We're now seeing more and more white Americans coming forward admitting that voting for Trump was a mistake. Hashtags like FAFO and MAGA regret are trending. I mean, people are realizing that his policies weren't just bad for minorities, immigrants, or urban areas. They were bad for everyone. Whether it's losing access to benefits, facing deportation policies affecting their families, or simply realizing that Trump's America is a nightmare, people are waking up. The question is, will they remember this lesson, or will history repeat itself? The people who are finding out right now need to take that energy and do something with it, whether it's voting differently, speaking out, or educating those around them. This moment can't be wasted. So that's it from me. What do you think about this? Drop a comment down below and I would love to keep the discussion going. So please do that. And also, if you enjoy such content, please consider subscribing, liking and sharing because it helps me be able to grow my channel. I also have another video on Cubans for Trump and their regret after deportation knocked on their door. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, the Joy Report out.